Hello everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel and welcome to, I forgot to check what round of the TBR Cafe this is. So welcome to my September 2022 round of the TBR Cafe. I am going for a smaller TBR this month, so rolling a smaller die. We'll be rolling a D8 to see how many books I'll be reading, and my dogs have final pick over my books this month. So I'll be choosing 2 books per prompt and then letting them pick. So hopefully they pick the one I truly want to read. Though I want to read all of them, let's be realistic. So let's go ahead and jump into the video and get started and see what I'll be reading for September. All right, I have my D8. Let's roll and see how many books I'll be reading. Remember, anything underneath a 4 also is a 4. And we have 6. So I will be doing 6 rolls to see what I'll be reading this month. Roll number 1 is a 6. Let's go, I think either way we're getting a cup of coffee. So let's go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for a cup of coffee. First coffee of the day. And our first prompt of September is nonfiction. All right, the pups are going to choose a nonfiction for me out of 2 options. Our first roll has given us nonfiction, so the 2 books the dogs will be choosing from are Home, a memoir of my early years by Julie Andrews, or Unsinkable, a memoir by Debbie Reynolds and Dorian Hanaway. So 2 lovely ladies who I would love to read their memoirs. So Julie Andrews or Debbie Reynolds. Let's see which memoir the dogs pick.
Which one? Julie Andrews, okay. No, you have to give it back.
So for nonfiction, the dogs picked Home by Julie Andrews. This is a memoir of her early years, which I am really excited to read. I might also see if I can find an audiobook, because usually memoirs like this are read by the author, and I would love to hear her tell her story out loud. So Home by Julie Andrews is our first book of this game. Roll number 2 is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for a cup of tea, and the prompt is pet pick. Well, that works out perfectly now, doesn't it? Because that's exactly what we're doing. So pet pick, and we have a coffee break. All right, here is our cup of coffee breaks. I kind of took some of them out just to like have a more chill game. So let's see what I get. And our coffee break for this round is no coffee plus 1 additional roll. So I will be rolling 7, I think. Oh my gosh, how many rolls do I have? Roll number 2 gave us pet pick as well as our coffee break. And for the coffee break, we are adding a roll. So I think we're at 7. We're gonna do 7. Hopefully that's right. But for the pet pick, since it's sort of like a mood read because there's no real prompt, I chose 2 manga that I'm hoping to get to. The first one that the dogs will pick from is The Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World, Volume 3, based on novels by Kyoka Izumi, story by Umiya, and art by Reiko Sakurada. I hope I'm pronouncing all of those names correctly, but yes, so Volume 3 of this, or Volume 2 of Fangirl, based on the novel by Rainbow Rowell and adapted by Sam Maggs and illustrated by Gabby Nam. So these are the 2 options for pet pick. So I want to read both of them. I most likely will read both of them in September, but one in particular will be put on the TBR.
Which one? Blue, which one? That one? Okay. That one it is.
So for pet pick, they picked The Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World, Volume 3. The title is so long, but I'm excited. This one is so cute. I'm interested to see where Volume 3 is going after the end of Volume 2. So this is also on the TBR. Roll number 3 is a 3. 1, 2, and 3 for an ice cream cone, and our third prompt is a TBR vet. so a book that's been on my TBR for a while. Roll number 3 gave us TBR Vet. For that, the dogs will be choosing from The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. This is about a young woman whose past has ties to Vlad the Impaler, so perfect for this fall spooky season, and it has been on my TBR for a very long time, and I do want to read it. I started to, and then I put it down years ago, so maybe it'll make its way onto this TBR. And their other option is The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I've had this since it came out, and my friend Steph loves this series, so I know she'll be rooting for this one when she sees it, so maybe the dogs will put this one on the TBR. Let's find out.
Which one? Which one? Red Queen? Is that your pick? We'll go with that. We'll go with Red Queen.
Steph, this one's for you. Literary hype woman, get hyped because the dogs picked Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, so I will be reading one of your faves in the month of September, and I'm pretty darn excited about it. So get ready for probably a lot of text messages if I'm excited about something, because I'll probably come to you first. Roll number 4 is a 1 for another cup of coffee, and our 4th prompt is book box pick. Let's do it. Roll number 4 gave us book box pick, so I have picked 2 kind of spooky-ish vibes for this month, and the dogs will get to pick between, it's also Battle of Lumicrate, the dogs will get to pick between V.E. Schwab's Gallant or Tori Bovolino's The Devil Makes 3. So both gorgeous Illumicrate copies. Let's see which one the dogs are going to want to read more, or want me to read more. They'd probably rather actually eat the book.
Which one? Milo, pick one. This one? This one? Is that the one that you wanted, buddy? Okay. We'll go with Gallant.
The dogs chose Gallant as the book box pick Illumicrate face-off winner, and I've been looking forward to reading Gallant for quite a while now, so I'm excited about this one. It's definitely a autumn feel, which makes me really happy this time of year. So Gallant by V. Schwab is going to be my book box pick for September. Roll number 5 is a 2. 1, 2 for a cup of tea. And our prompt is book with a yellow cover. Roll number 5 gave us book with a yellow cover, and I'm over here trying to throw as much manga or short kind of books on my TBR as I can. So the dogs will be choosing between the Skip Beat Bind Up of volumes 1 through 3 by Yoshiki Nakamura. I love this anime, and I would like to read it because I don't think the anime is continued past a certain point. I could be wrong. I haven't watched it in a while, but I would like to continue the story, and I will also be choosing between, well, the dogs will be choosing between Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. I've wanted to read this for ages. Also, it glows in the dark. So, and it's a book about books. So, what's not to love? So, manga or a book about books. Both great options. Let's see what the dogs pick.
Which one? Which one you want? Hey, which one? Ready? Pick one. Which one? That one? This one. Okay, which one is it? Mr. Penumbra's.
For yellow cover, they picked Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. So I feel like I need to 100% read this early in the month because I feel like I've been just putting it off for way too long. So, and it's been on, I think, another TBR this month and a few in the past. So it is finally time. If I don't read this, if I come on here and say that I haven't read this, like, please feel free to yell at me in the comments. Roll number 6 is a 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for another book, and our prompt is mental health rep. Roll number 6 has given us a mental health rep, and it's so hard to know for sure which books may have that when I don't know quite what they're about, so I did the best I could. I know that Turtles All the Way Down by John Green deals with OCD, I believe, and maybe anxiety. I'm not quite sure how far the extent of the mental health rep goes, but I know it has OCD. So I know this one does, so there's this one to pick from, or I went ahead with the Mad Women's Ball by Victoria Moss. This one has to do with women who were in an asylum under a doctor's orders of, like, that displays hypnotism and who have been deemed mad or hysterical. So it kind of has that mental health rep, and it talks about a ball that is kind of like their hope, their one moment of hope during this time. And that's pretty much as I know about it. So I think this one will have a little bit of mental health rep in it as well. So Turtles All the Way Down and the Mad Women's Ball.
Blue, pick a book. Which one? Which one? Take it. All right, Turtles All the Way Down. Wait, no, give it back.
Turtles All the Way Down by John Green was the dog's pick for mental health rep. I do like my fair share of John Green books, but this is one that I have not read yet, and I'm interested to see how it goes. So, Turtles All the Way Down. Roll number 7 is an 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for an ice cream cone. And our final prompt of September is friends to lovers, my favorite trope ever. Yay me. Final roll number 7 gave us friends to lovers, my, like you heard me say in that last clip, my favorite trope ever. I do not have a lot of these. So one is going to be a reread, which I do absolutely love, and that is Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. This is the second book in the Anna and the French Kiss series. I do love this book, and I've yet to reread it, so I am kind of excited about this one. And then the other one I picked is from my library, and it is Love Decoded by Jennifer Yen. I read A Taste for Love earlier this year and absolutely loved it. I'm not sure if this is friends to lovers or not. Because there's 2 girls involved in the plot, and then her best friend is a guy. So I'm not quite sure where he falls in the story and where that goes, but it's called Love Decoded, and so I'm gonna go with it. So these will be the 2 books that the dogs are picking from.
Which one? In 3, 2, 1. Pick one. Which one do you want? That one? Okay. We'll go with that one. So the one that is the winner is, give it to me, a reread of Lola and the Boy Next Door.
And the dog's final pick for friends to lovers was Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. They gave me a reread, which was really nice of them. I appreciate it a lot. So I'm excited to reread this and hang out with Lola and Cricket again. They are probably my favorite couple actually out of this series, and this is probably one of my favorite books out of that trilogy. So I'm really excited to return to this one. And for the challenges, I'm just going to kind of feel out the month, feel how my reading's going, and choose from prior books that I have not yet read. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for challenges. And also for Readathons in September, I am planning on joining in for Becca's Bookopoly-thon, as well as the Scoobathon or Scooby-a-thon hosted by Ashley at Ashley's Media Addiction. I'm very excited for both of these Readathons, and I will be choosing books for that throughout the month, or books and movies throughout the month. So I'll be trying my best being the key word, trying to do weekly reading vlogs through the month of September. So you'll see my picks for those readathons as the month progresses. So here is the final stack of books so far for the month of September. Alright, so our September TBR is shaping up. So far we just have the 7, and I'm sure it'll grow as we get into the readathons. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like. I am really excited. It looks like a pretty, not necessarily easy reading month, but a smaller one compared to last month, and not too much in the way of big books, which I definitely appreciate. So here's what I'll be reading. Let me know if you have read any of these or are planning to read any of these yourselves in the coming months. Let me know your thoughts. And that is it for round 17 of the TBR Cafe. I did end up looking up and seeing which round we are on. We are on round 17. and my September TBR. So thank you to Milo and Blue for being the best little doggy helpers. It was a little chaotic, I think we can all agree, but they did do a good job and definitely picked out some good ones. So I'm excited that they were able to help me with my picks and not eat any books in the process. So congrats Milo and Blue on making your actual like first real video debut here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed seeing them a bit more. And yeah, that is the end. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below letting me know what you're reading, or just drop the coffee cup paw prints emoji, any of those, to let me know that you were here. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care and happy reading, everyone. Bye.